Hello, my dears. This is kind of an impromptu little reading that I feel very guided and led to do at this moment. We just had the new moon energy. It's early in the week. Your weekly forecasts are already up. The April love videos are already up. But I'm going to go ahead and do a little message here for the energy that's coming in with the new moon. Because I don't know about you guys, I'm feeling like just crazy energy right now. When I say crazy, I mean intense, like driven. Like there's things I'm supposed to be doing and I'm ready to go and do them. And they're just kind of beginning to make sense to me. So if anybody else is feeling that way, but you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing, this is going to be a general reading around that. This is going to be a general reading about maybe what messages Spirit has for you as far as like this new moon energy and what you're being led or guided to do or how to move forward with the ideas. We're just going to see what comes up. Right? This is also in some ways timeless, right? Maybe you're coming upon it long after the new moon in Aries. It doesn't matter. Like if you're being led to it, if you're being guided to it, then it's meant for you. Oh, look, that card just flipped around. That's very significant. We're going to look at that in just a moment, okay? Some of the cards just kind of like flipped forward. How funny. That is crazy. I've never had that happen before. So we're going to look at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so funny. Here's another forward facing card. So we've got some cards here that just really, we're going to look at these in a second, that just really kind of turned around like, hey, look at us, look at us, look at us. So we're going to look at them in just a moment, my darlings. 3 of Rods is coming up in the present energy of the situation. So 3 of Rods is giving us a sense or a feeling that you're really being encouraged right now to expand your thinking about how to approach situations in your life. Okay? 3 of Rods for me is the mind opening up and seeing new perspectives. 3 of Rods is also a card that comes in with a very strong level of like an entrepreneur spirit. You know, actually the image on this card is supposed to be this gentleman here who's watching the ships in the distance that are carrying his goods away to like far off markets, right? So he's put something out there into the universe and now he just waits to see what comes back. Like, you know, waits for the profits to come in. So I do feel that many of you are being guided to put something out there into the universe. For some of you, you are feeling very guided to start a business or do something self-employed. There's actually a massive wave right now of a lot of people who've been having a hard time finding work or who've been very burnt out in the corporate world and they're becoming self-employed. Being self-employed or independent contract type work is becoming like the way a lot of people are doing business these days. So you might be coming into that energy. I do feel though that for a lot of you, I almost want to say for the majority of you, you're wanting to do something expressive, and I'm getting a sense or a feeling of like collaborating, like wanting to collaborate with others or come together and put something out there that's making a statement. I feel a lot of you are just feeling very flooded with these feelings of inspiration and these feelings of like just, yeah, something creative, something artistic, you know. Some of you are getting back into talents you have not had time for since high school. Maybe some of you are reaching out to like friends from high school or college, like old drama friends or writing friends or art friends or whatever you were doing back then, dance, you know, whatever it might be, you all might be like, hey, let's just get together for old time's sake like we used to, and let's practice an old dance routine, or let's go through some music, or let's do some drawing, or like, you know, remember that comic book we always thought we were gonna make? Like, let's go back to that comic book, or whatever it might be. Some of you may actually be reaching out to people from your past and picking up some dream or some idea that you got too busy to look at in adulthood. I'm feeling that very strongly. You do have Four of Swords, and typically Four of Swords is a card about resting, like kind of like recuperating. It could be somebody who's very mentally exhausted, very emotionally exhausted, and they're feeling it physically, and they just need to disconnect. So I do feel that for the majority of you who are looking into like this new idea or new venture, or picking up this old creative project that maybe fell by the wayside, is actually going to be a way where you're receiving a lot of release, a lot of rest, and being able to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of the stressfulness in your life. It's almost becoming an escape, but it's becoming a positive escape. Whereas maybe we escaped in ways of like, you know, drinking or doing drugs, or you know, smoking a blunt, or, you know, whatever you do. And I'm not saying you shouldn't drink. I'm not saying you shouldn't smoke blunts, especially if you're living somewhere where it's legal. But maybe sometimes, or like sex or whatever, but like maybe we were just going into those things too much, to the point where we were numbing ourselves, right? And so instead of numbing yourself, the universe is bringing in this outlet for you, where you're, instead of like killing the emotion, you're releasing the emotion, and you're feeling very recharged and rejuvenated. I do feel a lot of you are going to start working on this thing on the weekend, or on your days off from work, whatever your schedule is. And then when you do go back into work, like, you're feeling rested. I even feel like people are going to be commenting and telling you like, wow, like, you know, you look great, or like your skin looks great, or you're glowing, or you seem so happy, or you seem so energetic. Like, are you taking vitamins? Do you have some new workout? Like, what's going on? And you're like, nope, no vitamins, no workout. But like, you're happy, you're feeling inspired, like that fire in you is burning again. Next we have Ace of Pentacles. If you watch my videos and if you listen to me, you know what my relationship is with Ace of Pentacles. Anybody who's familiar with tarot, you know Ace of Pentacles is a happy card when it comes to like money and work opportunities. And it's coming in to let you know that in the present moment, you are onto something. Like, you are onto something that's going to bring you offers, that's going to bring you, you know, an income, like a nice, pretty little penny, a nice, pretty little chunk of change, something significant. But if you listen to my videos, you know what this card means to me, okay? Many readers have certain cards that have an extra special meaning for them, and Ace of Pentacles is one of those cards for me. And for me, in my readings, when I see Ace of Pentacles, it's letting me know that you're coming into a time where you have finally busted out or broken out of a very long time block. For many of you, this is a generational, you know, I hate to use this word, but you know what? It's the word many people use, so I'm just going to say it because it's what people understand. Many of you are breaking out of a generational curse, right? Like, you might feel like, man, there's like this dark energy on my family, or generations after generations, we can't catch a break. You know, we're unlucky in love, or we're unlucky in money, or whatever it might be. And now you're coming out of that energy. You're disconnecting from it, and you're coming into a healthy, abundant energy. And I feel for the majority of you, this is going to have to do with finances and with abundance, right? And this idea is the beginning of it, because it's challenging you to go out there on a limb, to express something from your authentic self, from your spirit, from your soul, like to be you, to be free, and to have the belief that whatever is meant to be from this will be from this. And so you're also escaping the old ways of like, you know, like paralyzing self-judgment. You're coming out of that energy. We do have Seven of Pentacles, so you're going to be busy. Like, you're going to get to work. You're going to get to work. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to begin moving forward much quicker than you had anticipated. And for some of you, you're saying, man, I might be able to quit my job from doing this thing. And it's going to be very, very busy. And so for some of you, you are going to have this in-between time where you're not quite making enough to quit the day job. But, you know, you also have to do the work for this other project or this other thing that you're doing. So you are going to be busy. And you might start getting tired. But Seven of Pentacles says is that it's going to be rewarding, okay? And that the work will pay off, okay? It might not be overnight, but you're going to start seeing progress. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, this is interesting because your outcome here is Five of Rods. And so people might say, oh, I don't want to see that. That's like that's scary. That's like, that means that there's going to be bad energy. Well, in this instance, in this sense, what I feel like is happening is you're busting out into a new market or into a new field, right? And so you're going to find that all of a sudden you're in the game. That's what I'm hearing, in the game. For example, right? What I'm doing right now. You guys are watching me do a tarot reading on YouTube. Okay, how many friggin' tarot readings are there on YouTube? How many friggin' tarot readers are there on YouTube? I can't even count. There's probably hundreds of thousands maybe of people on YouTube doing tarot. And so I'm in a group of a bunch of people putting out their videos, right? And it's very easy to sit there and say, well, man, you know, I don't know. I want to put a comic book out there, but there's so many comic books. Or I want to, you know, put out a play, or I want to put out a movie, or I want to like start a business doing interior decorating, but there's so many people out there already doing it, right? But something is happening where all of a sudden you're on the scene. Like, people are going to begin hearing of you. You're in the mix. Yes, there's competition, but you're in the mix. Just like there's a billion tarot readers out there, but somehow you, in some way, came across Amethystangellight, right? And you're watching the videos. And you'll go on and you'll watch other readers' videos too, and you'll have favorites, and you may even rank them. But somehow this channel has ended up in that mix for you. And so whatever you're doing creatively, it's going to be the same for you. There might be other people in your field or in your idea that I hate to use the word competing, but like you're up against, but you're still in the game. People are going to see you. People are going to respect you. People are going to have an appreciation for what you do. And the right people for what you're doing will come to you, will do business with you. Okay, so don't let this card like kind of scare you and make you feel like, oh, competition. It's a good thing because it's saying you're in the ring. You're in the game. It's yours to lose, my darling. So this is not a negative energy. Now, we had those cards that were forward facing. So I want to take a look at those. That was very interesting. So we had Page of Cups. We had Four of Cups. Oh, you know, I think it came up in this energy. I mean, not energy, in this order. I think it was Page of Swords came first. Four of Cups, and then Page of Cups. So remember how we had that Ace of Pentacles coming up? And I was like, some offer is coming in or some big news, okay? Page of Swords also kind of makes me feel like there's some communication coming your way, okay? It's an offer of some kind. Maybe some of you are having a job offer or a raise or a promotion you were hoping for, but it's either you're getting word that you're not receiving it, or you are receiving something different than what you had anticipated. Or maybe some of you are like working on some business deal or trying to close some kind of a sale, and so you're going to be receiving word, but it might not be the word that you had hoped for, and you're like, oh god, that isn't what I was expecting. And the universe meanwhile is holding that cup out like, look man, like just friggin' take the cup, just take the cup, right? And you might be kind of sad because it's not what you were hoping or what you thought it was going to be. Okay, but what the message is here, remember you had Ace of Pentacles, so this is a whole new beginning, right? So maybe for some of you it's either showing you where to no longer invest your energy. For example, if it was like a job that didn't give you a promotion, or if it was a job you had applied for but you didn't get, the universe is saying, hey, there's something better. Remember that idea, start putting energy into that idea. For those of you who are like already pitching something creative, you may be receiving an offer and you might be like, man, I really thought they were going to offer me more money. And you might have other people in the mix. You might be like, let's hold out. And there's other people in the mix and they're saying, nope, we're not going to hold out. We're going to take this offer and this is going to be your share of it. And you might be like, man, but I really thought I was going to get more. The message here for you is Page of Cups. This is a whole new beginning. Okay, so don't feel like, oh man, you know, I got shortchanged, or I didn't get enough, or I thought I was going to get something more, or I thought I was going to get something better. Page of Cups is like, look, this is a whole new experience. You're coming into joy. You're coming into doing things that you like doing. You're coming into an energy where you're finally going to get to make money doing things that make you happy and doing things that give you a sense of purpose and give you a sense of being able to be creative. That is a win-win situation, my darling. Maybe the truck full of money isn't stopping in front of your house and dumping out $1 million today, but the way that you're generating income is going to be changing, and it's going to be generated through you doing things which you genuinely enjoy. Right? So why not embrace this, and why not be happy about this, and why not celebrate this? Because it's a very new, emotionally rewarding experience. Go for it. Take it. Enjoy it. Embrace it. This is the beginning of something new, something great, something wonderful. All right, my darlings? I thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to check out your weekly forecasts, and I hope that you're going to you know, stick to your ideas. This Aries new moon is an excellent time to make things happen and to be able to commit to something and to see it through. And again, even if you fall upon this video 6 months from now, or a year from now, or you're a archaeologist of the future and you're looking at ancient technology and you stumble upon this thing called YouTube and you find this video, whatever it is, whenever you find it, there's a message in it that's meant for you. And so the message here is to not give up on this idea, right? Allow it to change, allow it to evolve, flow with it, move with it, but don't give up on it, because you're creating a new way of abundance and you're creating a way to have joy, right? So go with that, my darlings. Thank you so very much for watching. Wishing you all the very best.